Sharepoint, it can be your SAP, or whichever place you want to store the documents. The next one is Omni Docs. Back, please. Next one is Omni Docs. Omni Docs is Newgen's document management system. Then we have Omni Flow. Omni Flow is our BPM, Business Process Management Software. It is used for the workflow solutions. Any industry, any vertical they require to automate their workflows, integrate with their core banking, core insurance, core ERP. So we provide what's happening before that and what's happening after the core is doing. For example, the documents come into the company, they are scanned, digitized, and put inside a flow. And if there is any discrepancies, it also takes the document back to the initiator for the approval. We have customer communication management. It collates the data from various sources and manage different touch points. We have also long-term archival for record management. And IBPS, which is the next generation of BPM. Next, please. Next, Makronet.
Merhaba, ben Ocr Özgüngör. Makronet'te teknik müdür olarak görev alıyorum. Makronet olarak Microsoft'un bir Gold partnerıyız. Ve Microsoft tarafında da bilinen ve sevilen bir Gold partneriz. Burada da Newgen'le birlikteyiz. Newgen'le de bir partnerlığımız söz konusu. Bu da Newgen'in ürünlerini bulut üzerinde, Azure üzerinde konumlandırma çalışmamızdan geliyor. Uzmanlığımız bulut çözümleri, bulut ürünleri, Office 365, Azure, CRM Online gibi. Newgen'le birlikte başladık. Dediğim gibi önemli olan bizim için bu ürünleri bulut tarafında konumlandırabilmek. Kendimizden kısaca bahsetmemiz gerekirse 2015 yılı yılın iş ortağı ödülümüz var. 2014 yılı en iyi müşteri memnuniyeti sağlayan iş ortağı ödülümüz var. Microsoft Bulut İş Ortağı ödülümüz var ve hemen uzmanlıklarımızdan bahsetmek istiyorum. Burada 16 yıllık bir deneyim söz konusu. Yönetilen bir iş ortağıyız. Microsoft tarafından sürekli bir şekilde markaj altındayız, öyle diyeyim. Ve burada bizi diğer Gold partnerlardan ayıran en büyük özellik kendi bünyemizde, ben de dahil 6 tane Microsoft danışmanımız var. Bu personeller aynı zamanda Microsoft kimliklerine sahip ve Microsoft adına konuşabilen insanlar. En fazla bulut müşterisine sahip olan, en çok bulut satışı yapan firmayız. Office 365 satış ve danışmanlık hizmetleri vermekteyiz. Yine Azure, CRM Online gibi danışmanlık hizmetleri de vermekteyiz. Açıkçası biraz hızlı geçtim çünkü çok az zamanımız var. Biraz geç başlamak zorunda kaldık. Bunlar da bazı referanslarımız. Ayrıca yine sormak istediğim bir soru. Aramızda İngilizce bilmeyen var mı? Çünkü biz bunu İngilizce Türkçe bir diyalog gibi planlamıştık ama zamanımız çok az olduğu için eğer herkes İngilizce biliyorsa Deepinder İngilizce olarak devam etsin. Okay, Deepinder, everybody knows English, so you can go along, okay?
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Next. Okay, so in this presentation, we would be focusing only on OmniScan, which is the multi-channel capture, taking the documents from any place and scanning and archiving. To start with, this is some of the features of OmniScan are, it helps in the template-based bulk scanning. You can extract the important information and put inside a workflow. Whichever information you want to extract from the page, it supports it. Next, please. After you scan the document, it also has the capability of image enhancement. It has the inbuilt features of digital quality analyzer, which analyzes the scanned copy, which has to put in a flow for the next person to approve it. It enhances the image quality, and only then you can forward it to the place where you want to save it. Next is the business value indexing. It's the index value which you want to capture from the page. Then after you scan, you index it, you takes out the important information. You can export it to SharePoint, SAP, or document management system, or even to your local hard disk. It supports the data extraction, it supports the OCR. OCR is optical character recognition. Next, please. It also has an image assisted data entry. For example, everything is on a single screen. Once you scan the scanned document is already there. The data is extracted on that screen only, and the important information which you want to extract, everything is on a single screen. I'll show you in the next slide. It also has the capability of compressing the scanned document before you want to save into your server or local hard disk. Up to 1/10 of the size of the image, it can reduce it so that your server space or your storage space can be saved. Next, please. This is a screenshot of how Newgen OmniScan looks like. On the right side, the scanned document comes. On the left side, left top, the data which you want to put in here, you can define these fields. It's called template. You can define these fields and you can extract the data from here to here. On the bottom left, you have all the related documents that you can think manually you staple it, you can put it here. For example, this is a bank document, and along with bank document, there is a registration number, registration document, license document, address proof, and maybe some other document. So instead of manually stapling it and giving it to the next person to process it, you scan all those pages together, and all the related pages, all the related documents to the original documents comes here. You just click here, a new document will open. You just click here, a new document will open. Next, please. Some of the key features it has, the ease of use. It's a very easily installation can be done. Just take 10 minutes of your time to install it on your machine. It can be installed on local machines, compatible with local scanners also. Unified desktop screen, everything is on a single screen. Perpetual license, it's a one-time cost. Unlimited number of pages can be scanned with it. Then unprecedented scalability is there. Intelligent OCR extraction, the data can be extracted. And if you think that the document has not been scanned properly, and even though you have sent it to the next person, you can rescan it. Next, please. Newgen products integrate seamlessly with Microsoft products such as Sharepoint Desktop, Sharepoint Online, Microsoft Dynamics. Next, please. So if I talk about how OmniScan integrates with Sharepoint, it can be same for any other integration. So I'll take an example of Sharepoint integration. So this is the scanned copy on the right side, which has been scanned using OmniScan. And on the left top, you have the important information which has been extracted here. So this information, we call it as metadata. Why this information has been extracted, you'll get to know in the next slide. On the bottom left, you have the page number. Next, please. Next. Once you scan the document, it has a readable connector here. You can forward it to your DMS. You can forward it to your workflow in which you want to submit it. ERP also. You can, here if we are taking example of SharePoint. Next. Here you can export the document to SharePoint. Next, please. So what happens in SharePoint, it is true for all places where you want to save it. In SharePoint, a dynamic folder is created. I'll take an example. Let's suppose you have 200 invoices to be scanned and you were thinking of saving 200 invoices in SharePoint. What happens is that you have to create 200 different folders inside SharePoint. It is true for all similar products. But using OmniScan, once you export the document to SharePoint, a dynamic folder is created with the name of a person defined in the previous slide. So your ease of use is there. The document is exported in a new folder automatically created in a path defined by you earlier in the machine. So instead of making 200 different folders for 200 invoices, you just have to define and say OmniScan to scan 200 pages and put inside different folders. So it does the activity. So your manual activity is reduced using this. Next, please. Plus, once the documents come from OmniScan into SharePoint, a folder hierarchy is created so that easy search can be done. Next, let's suppose, please back, sorry. in the previous slide, I showed that some of the data is extracted. The idea of extracting those data is to make the search capability inside SharePoint good. The reason is because you have extracted the data, this one, 9009, in the previous, in OmniScan. When you just enter this, it is like tagging. The data has been tagged to this particular document. When you search it, it will open that document only. So your searching capability inside SharePoint is enhanced using this solution. Next, please. So now, once you search it, you can view the document inside SharePoint like this. Any queries till now? Okay, move to the next slide. Now I'll talk about Newgen DMS, which is Omni Docs. It has a capability of integrating with SharePoint, Outlook also. So from Outlook, from your mails, if you want to save your mails into a DMS, it has a connector available also. You can do that. Just immediately, next. So all your mails are from your Outlook are saved into DMS. Also, SharePoint has their own features, but if you want to enhance SharePoint features with a DMS features, so it has also the capability of integrating Newgen DMS with SharePoint also. Inside SharePoint, you can have all the features which a DMS offers, features like annotations, features like check-in, check-out, features like forwarding the document in a flow, features like downloading the document, printing, sharing with the other people. So all those things, SharePoint and Omni Docs, which is Newgen DMS, it integrates together. Next, please. So inside SharePoint, you will have the DMS, which is, you can say, Enterprise Content Management, also available. So like this, you will have all the features which are available in a DMS inside SharePoint only. Newgen OmniScan is also available in Turkish interface. So from here, our presentation is done. We would be now showcasing a small, you can say, demo of how OmniScan integrates with SharePoint. Over to Amit. In the meantime, he starts his demo. If you have any queries, you can ask me now. Yeah, please. Yes, we have a trial version. We can give you a trial version. You can use it. If you think suitable, we can extend it. Thank you. Any other queries? It's it kind of? Yeah, it has archive management. You are saying for the long-term archival, maybe for 7 years, 8 years, and after that the data can be destroyed. There is a separate product which is Omni Docs RMS, Record Management System. What it does, it saves your document in a particular rack, in a particular folder. It has all the information connected, and it is also through tagging. So it is for the long-term archival, maybe for 7 years. After 7 years, you want to destroy the documents, it does it automatically. Volume is? Oh, no problem with that. No. I'll take an example of LIC, a life insurance corporation. It's in India. 70% of India population is on LIC. Around 400 million customers they have. So we archived all those customer records across 2,500 cities in India into just 4 warehouses. So reducing the overall bulkness into just 4 warehouses. Now, out of all these 2,500 offices, if anyone wants to view the document, they can just go online on their machines, and they just can see in which rack, which floor, which warehouse, who is the record manager. Everything is linked. And 10 billion documents from past 70 years were scanned, digitized, and archived. Anything else? Any other query, please? Good to go. Over to Amit.
Thanks, Deepinder, and thanks, Ocr, for a wonderful presentation. Let me first introduce myself. My name is Amit. I'm the solution leader for Microsoft integration with Newgen's technology worldwide. So let me just take this opportunity to show you how Microsoft SharePoint is integrated with OmniScan, Newgen's OmniScan. It is going to be a small, short presentation and a proof of concept how it works. So I'm already having a Newgen OmniScan installed in my desktop. Let me just open this. It takes a couple of seconds to open. So this is the user interface. This is the front page, or you can say the home page of the software. The top right side or the right portion of this software will give us the overview or the preview of the image which is scanned or imported from your local hard disk. The top left side of the portion will capture the metadata. It is also known as the indexing of that specific data file. The last portion, which is on the left side of this page, will showcase if the document is a multi-page document, maybe 5, 7, 10-page document. We can change it from one page to maybe second page to maybe 10th page by using this scroll. So let me just open. So in OmniScan, we have to create a template because a data operator, the person who is going to scan and going to use this software can be a data entry operator. So he can actually go and give a process related delivery of those documents to different departments. It can be an HR, it can be a finance, it can be any such department in that organization to which that specific document is required. Like for an example, accounts, we need invoicing. So invoicing, he will create a different template that is called template. So we have already created such template for this demo. It is for the admin department. For the same case study like invoice, we can easily create the template depending on, we have, this is around 3 templates which we have created. So let's take an example of Office 365 as a template. We'll click on OK. While creating the template, we can define these fields which you can see on the left side of this page, which says CNAME, amount, and ship to. Going further, we have to click on import. Import gives us 2 different options. One is importing a file from a local hard disk, which is Control A, and it also gives us an option where we can import a file from your scanner. It can be a LAN scanner or a printer which is connected to your desktop or a laptop. So for this demo, we'll pick and import a file which is already in my hard disk. It's nothing but an invoice of a company called Sam Electricals. Wherever I move the cursor, so we have a property that it will highlight the area. Like CNAME, it says the customer name. Amount, it goes to the amount section. And when we click on the ship to, it gives me a ship to highlighted area. The data which I needs to capture, we have both the options. Either we have a OCR feature where the software will automatically capture the data from that specific defined image and autofill the fields which are there. Or we have a manual option. I'm presenting it as a manual option right now. So let me just put CNAME as Sam, amount as 90, just a round off, and ship to Joey. So I will simply go and click to export. Export means where we have to export that specific digital file. So it gives me a couple of Newgen solutions like OmniDocs, Omni Flow, or it gives me an integration with the SharePoint, or the final last is the local hard disk in my laptop. We'll click, because we are here showing you the integration with SharePoint, we'll click on export all. It gives me a pop-up says that do you really want to save it and send it to the SharePoint? We'll say yes. It says the login. I have created the login and saved it already because I am a regular person who is using the SharePoint. Now it is connecting with the SharePoint. The OmniScan is talking to the SharePoint application which is on cloud, and it is exporting it. It takes a couple of seconds depending on the bandwidth. I'm using my mobile phone's Wi-Fi, so it may take a little time. Generally it doesn't take. It gives me a log report as well. Log report is nothing but it gives me the further details of what is happening with those specific details. So we'll quickly go and check the log file. This is the log file. Now we'll quickly shift to the Office 365, SharePoint Office 365. It's my login page, and there was a predefined folder called Claim. We'll click on that. It says SAM document, which has been imported right now. And it says about a minute ago, the thing which I imported. It gives me an overview right here. In SharePoint, you cannot, it gives you a specific file extension. You cannot click and preview the document right there. But with the integration of the OmniScan, you can have a cursor move to that location, and it will give the preview of that specific image right there in the SharePoint. So that's again one of the power of this technology. So here we can have that invoice saved, and you can keep it rotating. So it handles n number of documents, the volume documents, and whenever it says sees the SAM as a folder, all the invoices of SAM electricals get saved and archived in that same folder. So auto foldering is there. Once you define a specific folder, the path it takes whenever you are approaching that specific company's invoice. So it goes and it saves and it downloads the data in the same folder. It gives you an option where you can go and search it later on. For an example, it gives us an option where I have used 90 as the the total amount. So you can search it by the name of the company, by the value of that invoice, or maybe the date and time as well. So it gives us more control on the database which we are creating on the SharePoint. So that's all. Any specific questions? Have you used any SharePoint before? I mean, how it feels using SharePoint with OmniScan and how it feels only using SharePoint? It is totally a different concept. I can show you how we can upload a file without using OmniScan. It gives a totally a different feel.
Okay, thank you everyone. Any queries related to this demo or about Newgen products or any other product of Newgen, you can ask me. Yeah, please.
I have a small question. Imagine that I have an invoice archive.
Mm-hmm.
Thousands of invoices.
Okay.
It's possible to scan it as an invoice because I don't know, have you seen any such invoice on the website?
Mm-hmm.
Where you see the product,
Mm-hmm.
and quality, then price, and the
Mm-hmm.
It's possible to create an invoice archive or something like that if I have created
Mm-hmm.
invoice archive is free or scan or something.
That's correct. It supports Turkish OCR. It has a Turkish interface, so you can also do the same in Turkish invoices. So you can do that. Any other query? Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.